Deep in the Uinta Basin of Utah, beneath layers of salt, mud, and mystery, the third season of Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch opens with a revelation that no one, neither the Ollingers nor the Discovery Channel team, could have foreseen. A heist, not of gold coins or ancient relics, but of potential worth over $3 billion. It isn't just about treasure anymore. It's about deception, buried secrets, and forces far beyond the ranch's gates. The episode begins. Shadows Before Sunrise Season 3. Episode 1 wastes no time. The first frame opens in near darkness, the hum of generators, camera crews whispering, and Duane Ollinger's silhouette moving like a ghost through fog. Something has been stolen. Something that wasn't supposed to exist outside their own camp. The tension is immediate, almost tangible, as the team gathers around the equipment containers that once held sealed core samples, rare metals, and fragments of unidentified ore pulled from the cavern system below Blind Frog. Eric Drummond's voice breaks the silence with urgency. Their inventory sheets don't match. 2 crates, gone. One contained what they believed was a sample of iridium-infused quartz, a substance capable of amplifying electromagnetic signals, possibly connected to the unexplained readings they'd captured last season. The second crate was even more critical, the isotope fragment, allegedly worth billions on the black market. The air is heavy. Even Chad Ollinger's normally unshakable confidence falters. There's no sign of forced entry, no tire tracks leaving the area, no security footage. It's as if the earth itself swallowed their findings. The $3 billion, questioned the Discovery Channel team, confirms that, on record, Blind Frog Ranch is under constant surveillance. Drones, motion detectors, and 24/7 guard rotations make it one of the most tightly watched sites in Utah. Yet, the evidence points to an inside operation. Duane's reaction is stoic but seething beneath the surface. He knows what's at stake, not just the treasure hunt, but his reputation, his legacy, and the years of financial risk he's poured into the project. A forensic consultant from Salt Lake City is brought in. The lab tests reveal something chilling. Residual traces of a compound similar to gallium were found around the missing crates. Gallium was last seen near the Black Rock Cavern, the same zone where sensors had previously picked up radiation spikes. This new chemical residue suggests whoever took the materials knew exactly what they were handling. The estimate? The stolen fragments could yield up to $3 billion in rare isotopes and precious metals, if refined properly. Unraveling the heist, the camera follows Eric and Chad as they scour the northern edge of the property, where the creek bends toward the old shaft. The pair find something buried beneath recent sediment, a half-melted metallic disc, partially fused with clay. Eric speculates it's part of the missing storage lid, exposed to intense electromagnetic energy, possibly used to jam sensors. Meanwhile, Duane consults a security technician who previously worked for aerospace defense. They piece together that their surveillance feed was disrupted for precisely 27 minutes, the same window during which the crates vanished. The footage resumes with the cameras realigned, as though nothing had happened. This wasn't a random theft, it was orchestrated. But by whom? There are theories swirling across the episode. Government interference, private contractors, even former team members with grudges. Some whisper of entities far beyond Earth's understanding, the same ones that allegedly interfered during the Season 2 deep bore drill. And then comes the anonymous email. The anonymous message midway through Episode 1. Chad receives an encrypted message routed through 3 offshore servers. The message contains one line: "You dug too deep. The world isn't ready for what's under Blind Frog Ranch." Attached is an image, grainy, infrared. showing 3 figures loading crates into an unmarked truck. The timestamp matches the night of the heist. The team's expressions tell the story. They are being watched. Someone or something has been one step ahead all along. A world beneath the basinas, the team begins to search for new evidence. Eric returns to the cavern's lower tunnel, the site of the original discovery. With ground-penetrating radar, he detects a new void approximately 40 feet beyond where they last drilled. The readings show a perfect geometric shape, unlike anything naturally formed. He believes the structure is artificial, a vault or chamber. If the stolen crates contained samples from that chamber, it could explain their astronomical value. Duane speculates that they might be dealing with remnants of an ancient civilization, possibly Aztec, or something even older. The isotopic makeup of the materials supports this theory. They weren't natural ore. They were engineered alloys, the kind you'd expect to find in aerospace technology, not ancient Utah soil fats. When Discovery's producers drop a bombshell, satellite imagery from before the heist reveals faint heat signatures consistent with high-voltage electromagnetic equipment, less than a mile from the ranch perimeter. Someone had been there, watching, testing, preparing. The Phantom Convoy Episode 1 takes viewers into a cinematic reconstruction. At 2:14 a.m. on the night of the theft, a convoy of 3 vehicles was spotted by a distant highway camera: a white pickup, a black SUV, and an armored transport with no license plates. Security data shows they turned onto a maintenance road leading toward the ranch, but never re-emerged on record. It's as if they vanished mid-route. Eric and Chad track the coordinates, discovering tire marks leading into a dry wash. The ground there appears disturbed, as though heavy machinery had sunk slightly before lifting off the surface. Some crew members whisper about anti-gravity propulsion and advanced aircraft. Others believe a private military contractor could be responsible, possibly testing covert retrieval operations in remote Utah. The unanswered question: who knew the exact location of the crate's inside job or government cover-up? Duane begins to suspect that the heist wasn't meant to steal, but to silence. Someone wanted to remove the materials before the public could see proof of what they found beneath the mesa. The team revisits previous season footage, analyzing every moment that could indicate a mole within their ranks. One clip from late season 2 shows an unfamiliar face during a night patrol, a contractor who was supposedly hired for equipment maintenance. No record of his employment exists now. The Discovery Channel producers confirm that federal agents had previously visited the site under the guise of radiation safety. Their interest in Blind Frog wasn't just about safety, it was about containment. By the episode's final act, Duane's frustration boils over. If they think they can take what we found, he says in a confession-style segment, they've got another thing coming. No one sleeps that night. The vault reopens in a final twist. Chad returns to the cavern at sunrise. There, beneath a thin layer of dust, he notices something glinting. A small fragment wedged into the rock wall. It's part of the missing isotopic sample. The Geiger counter registers mild radiation, but what's stranger is the magnetic pulse emanating from it. The device starts to glitch, and Eric's compass spins wildly. The fragment hums faintly, vibrating like a heartbeat. Eric theorizes that whoever took the other pieces may have left this one behind intentionally, as a warning or perhaps as a message. When analyzed under UV light, the fragment displays a pattern: concentric circles resembling the crop formations seen across the basin decades ago. The same symbols had been reported near Skinwalker Ranch. The crossover is unmistakable. Theories emerge. Fans and experts alike are left debating after Episode 1 airs. Was the heist part of a government recovery program, aimed at suppressing extraterrestrial materials. Did private treasure hunters intercept the discovery before it could be publicly verified? Or was it something stranger, a retraction by non-human intelligence, reclaiming what was never meant to be found? Online forums explode with speculation. Some claim the $3 billion figure wasn't an exaggeration. It was based on the compound's ability to create clean, limitless energy. Others suggest the materials could form the key to an ancient power source buried deep beneath Blind Frog Ranch. Dwayne's silence following the episode only deepens the intrigue. Discovery's teaser for the next episode promises the biggest revelation in Blind Frog history. Echoes of the unknown as the credits roll. The camera pans across the ranch at dawn. Fog clings to the water, the ground littered with footprints leading nowhere. A single raven lands on the empty crate site, its reflection flickering in the pond surface. Dwayne's voice overlays the closing shot. You don't steal from the earth without consequence. The words hang like prophecy. Viewers are left with a sense that this is no ordinary theft. It's the beginning of something far greater, a battle between discovery and suppression, man and mystery, greed and truth. And as the screen fades to black, a final caption appears to be continued. The vault is opening.